Saving Grace, written by Aubrey Wynne, narrated by Sara K. Sheckells. Author's note: Virginia Beach does not have fireflies. It has the flicker of the lantern of Grace Sherwood as she dances with the devil at Witch Duck Point. For some reason, I can never write a purely fictional story. There are always truths that I weave into the plot. History is my passion, and I find bits of it anywhere I poke my nose. In Saving Grace, the historic character of Grace Sherwood, the Witch of Pungo, lives in colonial Virginia. Just outside Virginia Beach is the small town of Pungo, where Grace lived. Remains of her home stood until 2002, when the owners of the property decided the chimneys were a danger. Shawnee Town is also an actual city near Shawnee National Forest, located in southern Illinois, my resident state. Chapter 1. Fire is the test of gold, adversity of strong men. Martha Graham. Late February 2006, Four Seasons Ranch, Shawneetown, southern Illinois. Chloe bolted up, willing the fog in her head to dissipate. The bed sheets were twisted around her ankles. Sweat trickled down her back. The terror froze her limbs while she struggled to calm her thudding heart and listen for the sound all horse owners dread. But it was the smell that made her realize this was not a terrible dream. Smoke. Instinct took over as she scrambled from the four-poster, making a beeline for the back door in the barn. Her toe smacked against the corner of a wall as her eyes adjusted to the darkness. Pain radiated up her ankle. Oh, God, not my babies, not Bunny. Panic weighed down her legs as her bare feet hit the gravel. Sharp stones dug into the soft pads as the pungent smell of burning hay filled her nostrils. Everything seemed to move in slow motion. She tried to run down the long driveway, her eyes riveted to the red-orange flames shooting up into the black sky. Paul, her trainer, emerged from the darkness, his signature white hat on his head, his face colored yellow from the fiery glow. He signaled for her to take the front of the building as he disappeared around the back. The frigid night air slapped her awake, but a horrifying screech from a panicked horse kicked in her adrenaline. Chloe reached the big sliding doors and tugged them open. Heat smacked her face, and the smoke assaulted her lungs. Coughing, tears running down her cheeks, she slid back the bolts and opened the stall doors. On the other side, Paul's voice faintly reached her over the crackle that filled her ears. "Hey, move it! Move it!" The fire had consumed the other half of the barn where the arena was located. Above her was the loft, filled with winter hay and the last of her savings, now adding fuel to the already intense blaze. She pushed the thought from her mind as the flame shot through the center of the alleyway and the arena caved in. Grabbing one of the lead ropes that hung at each door, she smacked the first horse on the rump with the end of it and sent him flying out of the barn. The first 3 horses on each side followed their stablemates into safety with little persuasion. But Duchess, her mother's old mare, wouldn't budge. Chloe threw the lead rope over her neck and forced a calm tone. "Easy, girl. That's my girl. Walk on now. Walk on." The old horse snorted and pranced, but followed her out of the stall. When they neared the opening, she withdrew the rope and whacked Duchess's hindquarters. With a leap, the horse disappeared into the gray haze. The acrid odor of scorched hair and burnt wood filled her nostrils. Embers popped. She felt her cheek blister and wiped at it with her shoulder while leading 2 more horses out by hand. She could
Sample complete. Ready to continue?